All right. Good evening, race fans. We had a few technical difficulties there. I think we're live on YouTube still. At least I hope we are. Um, it's it might say Michigan, but we're actually at Rockingham for Week 6 of the FSB Xfinity Series. As we take the grid, do a couple laps around the track, and we should be under green here shortly. And here's your lineup for this race. Looks like Shane Wisman is on the pole. Tony Brewer second, Justin Bird third, Pops Margison's in fourth, Guy Peach or Rob Stewart rather in fifth. Looks like your top five right there. Like we have a total of 12 drivers out there tonight. Also, not sure if you noticed or not, but new layout. Who dis? That's partly to blame for some of our technical difficulties, but I think we've got it hammered out now, and we're off. Getting a little spread out here as we make it around for the first lap there. Apologize in advance if the video is a little bit choppy. Again, trying something new this week, trying to increase the quality of our streams. So it's going to be some trial and error here, but hopefully it'll be pretty seamless. Won't guarantee it though, so bear with us. Like Justin's going to look to the inside of Shane, but he can't quite make it happen. Of course, you got Rob Stewart there behind him, coming up pretty quick. Get a little in-car action here with Rob Stewart. It's a pretty tough track, but I'm sure these guys know what they're doing. This isn't their first time. I was never a big fan of Rockingham. Never seemed to find my way around the track without finding a wall somewhere. Also, just realized I think the desktop audio was off, which means you couldn't hear the cars. So, yeah, now you can. Again, like I said, we're still trying to figure things out, but we're getting there. Sure, it's been weird to hear nothing um, when I'm not speaking, just silence. But now at least I guess you can hear the rumble of these cars as they go around the track. If you're out there in the chat right now, feel free to drop us a line, say what's up. If you're on your favorite driver, whatever you want to do. Um, as you probably figured out, I'm in the booth alone tonight. Adam couldn't make it; he had to help a friend out. I think he was helping spot for one of his friends for the upcoming Daytona 500 race. So it's just me. So if you're out there in the crowd, wanna drop me a line, feel free to. Ooh, that was close. That was maybe Jeff Hale behind Pops that almost got into him, managed to avoid it. May have touched the wall though when he hit the brakes. Jeff Dwyer, one of our newest members out there. This definitely isn't his first time in iRacing. He's a real competitor. We've enjoyed having him around with us. I think he may have raced in the late model series last week. Um, Not sure if he made it out for Xfinity, but it looks like he made this one. So hopefully we'll see him around for more. Before this race, I was looking up some facts about Rockingham Speedway on the Google. I didn't know this, but it was called the North Carolina Speedway from 1998 to 2007, and North Carolina Motor Speedway from 1965 to 1996. I've always known it as Rockingham, so I guess maybe some of the older people could probably attest to what it used to be called, but I've only known it as Rockingham, so that was news to me. Also, this will come to no surprise. Richard Petty won the most races there, won 11 races there, most out of any other NASCAR driver in history. Anyways, I'll stop dropping random facts and get back to watching the race. Let's see what this battle's looking like up front here. I know we got Rob Stewart's up there. Justin, I think Shane. Yep, Shane's in front of him. Got a little bit of space here in between them. I'm not mistaken, I would say that this track will eat up your tires if you don't watch what you're doing. So it's probably safe to assume these guys are taking it easy right now. Of course, it is lap 22. So imagine a pit stop is somewhere in the near future. Maybe a quick race if we go all 100 laps without a yellow, which we have been known to do here. So don't be surprised. Just stepped away for a second to pull up the stream on YouTube, and this picture looks much more crisp than it did last week. So I'm really impressed with that. And there also doesn't seem to be any video lag, so I'm also excited to see that too. Just got to remember to turn the audio on. You know, the simple things. Sometimes the simplest things that they're easy to forget. Get a little blimp view here. Get a better look at all these cars. Kind of hard to see them. See more than two at a time, really, from just these regular TV angles. So let's see if we can find a group that's battling. There's Rob passing. Just trying to pass Tony there. Yep. Apologies if I'm making you dizzy by switching between cameras. Kind of making myself dizzy. But these cars spaced out like they are, kind of difficult. Get a really good camera. A little battle going on here. Got our first car down pit road here, Justin Bird. And he's off. Imagine Shane will be coming in here soon if he hasn't already entered. We have 7 cars on the lead lap now. 8th one back is at least a lap down, with 10th one back being 2 laps down. Shane's still putting up some pretty solid times there. Like Brewer's gaining on him just a little bit here in the last few laps. Yep, here goes Shane into the pits. Kind of surprised. I think Justin hit it probably about 8 laps ago or so. Maybe even more. Now we have Bryce going down pit road. Imagine we'll see several more follow suit, as I know these tires have gotta be wearing pretty thin right now, because those times were dropping off pretty hard. We got Jeff Dwyer exiting the pits now. Good to see Kevin Mays out there with us. He's the admin of our truck series that we host on Wednesday nights at 9:30 p.m. Eastern. Oh, touches the wall just a little bit there. Look at Pops out there still getting it, still in the lead lap. I'm not sure if he's hit the pitch yet. I don't think he has. Or actually, that's not true. I think he may have pitted very early, if I remember correctly. I think I remember seeing his name pop up rather, going in the pit lane probably around lap 28 or so. Tony Brewer, that's another new driver. Don't believe I've seen before. You know, some of these drivers just exclusively race one series with us. Some race all three. You know, we have late models, Xfinity, and trucks. Sometimes we'll see drivers in all three. Sometimes we'll see drivers just only in one series. We have guys that just race the late models with us, and that's it. All depends on, you know, your interest and also your level of availability. Not everybody can race 3 nights a week. Not everybody's, you know, wives want to look at them in front of a computer, you know, with a steering wheel 3 nights, 4 nights a week. So they got to be strategic. I'll say strategic in which nights they choose to race. Check out the blimp view again so we can figure out where everyone's at. As you can see, Shane's got or I believe has a better set of tires than Guy does. I think Guy may have hit the pits before he did. But you can just see the difference there, and the difference in what just a few laps can make. You know, it's no fault of Guy really. Just if you have those fresh tires, you're going to be faster. It's just the way it is, and you can see just how much faster that Shane is than Guy right now. Got a little bit of work to do to catch up with the leader. Shane does, but he keeps moving the way he's been moving. He'll catch him without a doubt. Let's check out the lap time here. Okay, go to the leader. Yeah, you can see just how much Shane is gaining on Justin. It's like Pop's going to hit the pits again. And there goes Justin. Pretty awesome how many green flag pit stops there are in this league. You would think at a track like this there would be at least one yellow somewhere along the way, and there still might be, but 70 laps in, haven't seen the first yellow flag. So it's really a testament as to how clean this league runs, and just how skilled these drivers are. I mean, some of them have been racing together for 10 years or more, so there's something to be said about drivers who race together as often as these guys do, because they're going to know what their style of driving is, maybe what their strategies are. So it's cool to see that. Oh, I think we have a caution. Look at that. It always happens. I say the word caution and a caution comes in. See if we can figure out what happened here. I think this was the source of it here. Looks like guy attempts to go on the outside of Pops and hits the brake, spins around, gets the inside wall there. Yep. One of those things that'll happen sometimes when you're trying to get out of the pits. This week, we decided to start a driver spotlight, which means that each week for our live broadcast, we'll pick a driver and we'll get a little more information about them, maybe their background, how long they've been racing, and so on and so forth. Our driver this week is Shane. Shane's from Nebraska. His uncle was a driver and a track promoter for a local dirt track. Raced street stocks and modifieds. He started racing in 2020, and the first league he joined was FSB. He's been with us ever since. I'm sure he joined under NASCAR Racing 2003, but of course we've since moved on to iRacing. And he's a 3-time FSB champion. And if Shane keeps driving the way that he has been, I'm sure he'll make that four-time FSB champ. And I'm not sure what happened, but it looks like the caution came out again. I hate to see this happen, but it looks like this is going to be Hops getting into the 41. Yep, flipping his back bumper there, just sending him around. Ooh, Kevin came out and hit him too. Hate to see it happen, but it's racing. All right, just going to line up and give this another shot here. It's funny, you know, talk about no cautions and there's two back to back. Come on, guys. Why you let me down like that? All right, pace car's off. This could be the last time we go under green for a restart. Shane got a pretty good jump there. Many laps to go. I would imagine no more pit stops, so these guys are going to give it all they got. I think Bryce is another newcomer here. So far, he's been very impressive to watch. Hanging out there in third place with these dudes. Got Rob Stewart behind him. He's up there with some top FSB contenders, holding his own. Very impressive. Brewer going to the inside of Shane. Looking like he might actually make the pass here. Not quite. These guys are going at it up here. I love it. Most action we've seen all night. Shane's holding that high line, giving him plenty of room. He made a little bit of progress there. Yep, he's able to slip on by. Dang. Kicked him back to the outside, it looks like. I think he may actually hold on to it. That was a very impressive pass. The lap car there in between them, so Shane's got a little bit of lap traffic to contend with now. Shane's gonna slip back into that second position there. With only 8 laps to go. Won't count Rob Stewart out just yet. He's coming in hot. Got a glimpse of a car on the low side of the track there. I'm not quite sure who that was. Kind of looked like Kevin Mays. Coming down to the wire here. Wonder if Rob can catch Shane. He's moving up pretty quick, but I don't know if he'll be able to catch him with only 3 to go, though. Looks like Tony Brewer's going to seal the deal here at the Rock. Been very impressive to watch him go around the track tonight. Again, I think this is the first time he's raced with us. I could be mistaken there, but I have not seen his name out there before. And here he comes, and he's going to take the checkered flag. Right on. Very impressive run. Very impressive race. 2 cautions. Good racing there at the end. Those guys are really battling it out. I'm glad to see Tony get the win. Much deserved. He was awesome to watch out there on the track. Very clean driver. Good win. Good win, Tony. See a cool burnout. Oh yeah, it's coming. Here we go. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. All right, let's see if we can round up a few people for a little post-race interview. Never guaranteed, but I'll see if I have any takers here. All right, I've got your second and third place finishers up here with me in the booth right now. Tony left the building, so just these two right now. So of course I'll start with Rob. Rob Stewart came in second place. Uh, Rob, it was a pretty interesting race. Didn't see a whole lot of battling going on there. About most of the race until there at the very end. Um, tell us what happened out there.
Graciously broadcasting tonight's race. And thanks Shane there for running the series. I think that I got those in last week, so I'll get them in this week. But no, that first run, I had practiced earlier a long run and thought that braking early and taking it easy, I'd be in good shape. But I was only 48% tires when I pitted. So those guys were able to save a lot better. I think they're taking a little bit higher line into the corner, and maybe that wasn't punishing the right front as bad. But no, it was a good race. I was pretty much figured I was going to get a fifth place finish there, and in those series of cautions, was actually hoping not to see them because I thought that the longer strategy would have been just fine to get me in the top three. But nonetheless, uh, came down to Shane and I battling at the finish line, and that was pretty fun. So appreciate everyone making this series happen, and thanks for having me.
Yeah, man, great run, great run. You pointed out the tire wear. It was very interesting to see people who had taken tires, maybe just 4 or 5 laps before, just how much they fell off when somebody with the slightly fresher tires came up behind them. They almost passed them like they were sitting still. It's a pretty incredible thing to see from a spectator view. But thanks, Rob. Shane, Shane. So tell us about your run.
Yeah, I grabbed the pole by a hair, and that was a little bit unexpected. My strategy is usually just to sit back, conserve tire, let them race it out while I figure out my line that I want to run for the race. And so getting that pole kind of put me in an uncomfortable spot, trying to defend right off the bat, because at that point, most laps led is up for grabs, and yeah, defended well through the first half of the first run, and then I was on the one-stop strategy and was really hoping that it was going to go green. I know that at the end of the first run, that Tony was probably a little bit faster than me, although I was able to maintain my gap of around 3 seconds, I think, and short pitted him just so he wouldn't get out in front of me there, and came back out and again was able to maintain that gap of about 3 seconds to him, and just hated to see that caution come out. Really like my long run speed there, and I don't know how to drive short run. I just never have. And anyway, it was competitive there, like a lot of clean racing, good competitive clean racing, a lot of side-by-side racing. Did some, high load a couple guys. That was fun. So all in all, it was a pretty good night. I think I got most laps led, pole, so a couple bonus points. That'll be good for the point standings.
Yeah, definitely. It was interesting to watch you and Tony there the last 10 or 15 laps or so. It looked like you were running the high line, he was running the low line. Do you think the high line was better for tire wear?
I think the low line for sure in 3 and 4 was better for tire wear. I think it was more of a medium entry into 1, and similar to how you do Darlington, except there's no wall there necessarily in the middle of the track, is you just kind of let it drift up and have a real low, real late exit to shallow up that corner, because man, that wall comes real fast coming out of 2. So I didn't like riding the low line into 1 and 2 just because it felt like my angle coming out was all whacked up. But I think that was probably the faster line if you could dial in the brake bias.
Yeah, I definitely saw a few people catch the wall there coming out. Certainly a tricky track to drive. I've never been able to figure it out, but maybe I learned something watch you guys go around. But anyways, guys, I appreciate you coming up here for a little post-race interview. You both performed awesome out there tonight. As always, it's good seeing you guys. Good seeing this the same group come back every week. So, not sure what next week. What's on the schedule for next week? Pull it up here. Looks like Atlanta. Okay, that'll be an interesting race. Maybe that'll draw a pretty
Now we're
good crowd.
talking. That's my kind of track there.
Yeah, maybe that'll draw a pretty good crowd. If I remember correctly, that one pretty much runs like a super speedway here, right? Like there's no. Is that right?
My safe driver bonus is safe for next week, I think.
Yeah.
Based on how these Xfinity cars run around that track, it's fast and it's loose and it's
narrow
crazy.
too.
So
It's
and
a
it's narrow.
track. Yeah. Gosh, yeah. Yeah, that'll be a fun race to broadcast. I should be able to make it for that one. So hopefully we get a good car count. But again, guys, thank you, and we will see you next week.
You got it. Thanks, Nick. Take it easy, Shane.